all drivers, what do you do if your car plunges into the water?
Now, earlier on Eyewitness News, Brendan Keefe was here and taught us firsthand what not to do.
Right.
Sit up in bed right now because he's going to give us the right answers, what we should do. Another dramatic demonstration. Brendan?
Well, I now know just how frightening it can be. Trapped inside a sinking car, you have less than half a minute to decide how to get out alive. Open the door. Open the door. It's the most logical decision when you're in a sinking car, but it could be the last decision of your life.
Virtually impossible to open the door. There's 14 pounds per square inch of pressure against the door.
If not for the quick action of a dive team and the crane operator, I could have drowned. The Manchester Fire Department helped us set up this demonstration at Center Springs Pond to help you make the right decision. Rule number 1, release the seatbelt.
Because if you don't, that's basically going to be your doom. With the seatbelt.
Rule number 2, roll down the window as soon as you hit the water. It's already hitting the surface now. I'm undoing my seatbelt, step 1. Step 2, I'm rolling down the window. The car is filling up with water very, very fast. I've got to think about trying to get out. Water is rushing in, time is running out. Rule number 3 is a tough one. Don't panic. One last breath, and I'm underwater. The rescue diver in the back seat offers his reserve mouthpiece, but I'm able to get out the open window and swim to the surface. Great if you have old-fashioned roll-down windows.
If it's a power window, a lot of times, the minute you hit the water, the power system does fail. So that could be a problem.
Now what do you do? Remember, you can't open the door unless you wait until the car fills with water, equalizing the pressure. The only other option is to break out. Once again, the crane lowers the car into the pond and the car begins filling with water. Only 2 options left now. Kick the window out before the water reaches the window or after the car is completely filled. Sooner is better than later. I slip out just in time. The water quickly pushes the car to the bottom of the pond. Now, it looks easy to kick the window out. I can tell you it's definitely not easy to kick that window out. We have some video that we're going to show you in the projector right now, and that will demonstrate exactly what we're talking about. And what it shows is that the window actually bends a lot before it actually hits. You'll notice on this tight shot, it's a little difficult to see, but the window bends right there, actually hits the side view mirror without breaking. It then takes a subsequent kick to then break that window out. It does, though, create your only exit, so kick as hard as you can. We'd like to thank Captain John Ravosa of the Manchester Fire Department, the Tolland County Rescue Divers, Lazarin Crane, Dillon Ford, and Parker Street Auto Parts for making this demonstration possible.
Boy, your advice not to panic is a tough one. I'm wondering what happens if you've got kids in the back seat. A lot of us travel that way.
Believe it or not, you do have time. You've got about 34 seconds in most cases. So first thing, get your seatbelt undone, get their belts undone, and also get that window open or kick the window out. You've got to get them undone and make an exit. Those are the 2 most important things.
All right. Great demonstration.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Brendan. We're glad you're all right, too.
Especially because you were scared and you're a diver.
Terrifying.
It's frightening looking at you on tape. All right, thank you, Brendan. On the health beat today, a long-awaited surgery finally happens for a Massachusetts girl and her parents. 14-year-old Lindsay Diaz underwent a double lung transplant today in St. Louis, and the lung donors, well, they were her own parents. Both of them going under the knife, donating the lower lobes of their lungs to their daughter. Now, these are the pictures from inside the operating room today. Lindsay suffers from cystic fibrosis. Tonight, she is in critical but stable condition. Also on tonight's Health Beat, living or working with a smoker can dramatically increase your risk for a heart attack. While the dangers of the so-called passive smoke have been documented for years, a new study shows that non-smoking women regularly exposed to other smoke had a 91% higher risk than those who were not subjected to the smoke. 30 to 60,000 deaths a year in the U.S. are linked to secondhand smoke.
Now, we've all heard the warnings about smoking time and again, but cigarettes are harmful not only for our hearts and lungs. There's now research that suggests smoking can take a toll on your sex life, especially if you're a man. Health Beat reporter Heather Cabot has more on that.
A freak accident left David Burke wondering if he'd ever walk again. But after months of therapy, he finally realized he would. That's when he started to deal with the problem of sexual dysfunction.
It was devastating. I didn't feel whole at all.
David could not have foreseen that a spinal cord injury would leave him impotent, but he says the anxiety and depression he struggled with should be a warning to men who may have more control over whether they will develop potency problems, like smokers.
There is a point in chronic abuse of our body, whatever method you want to take, where the abuse becomes irreversible. And then you can stop the insult or not, the damage has been done.
Doctors believe the link between smoking and impotence is clear. The reason may be that smoking narrows blood vessels throughout the body, making it difficult for the blood to flow to the necessary organs.
The nicotine and or some of the things in cigarette smoke adversely affect the vasculature. And the blood vessels get beat up more than they would under normal life circumstances.
Scientists haven't pinpointed just how much or how long you have to smoke before the onset of problems. So what do some smokers think?
I enjoy it. It's a stress reliever to a degree.
So the risk wouldn't bother you?
It would to a certain degree, but impotency? No, not really.
David says after what he's been through, smokers should think twice.
If they can in any way prevent themselves from getting into a situation where you need treatment for a condition, please.
You won't find the risks for impotence spelled out on a pack of cigarettes, but Dr. Graydon says the more the research gets out to smokers, it may eventually be more of a deterrent than lung cancer or any other disease. On the Health Beat, I'm Heather Cabot, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
It's estimated that between 10 and 20% of American men experience some kind of potency problems at some point. In many cases, though, the condition is treatable with medication rather than surgery.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News tonight, we're turning back to our top story, part of Connecticut under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Hilton will be along next with the very latest on the weather situation. The NightBEAT coming right back.
Eyewitness News NightBEAT continues with the latest on the strong thunderstorms sweeping through the area, and live Doppler 3 radar shows that we've got a fairly strong thunderstorm in northeastern Connecticut about to move out of the area, a line of strong thunderstorms through central Connecticut, and weakening thunderstorms in the southern portion of Connecticut, where the sea breeze is really knocking the strength out of these storms. And although technically a severe thunderstorm warning continues in effect for New Haven County, the strongest storms now are in central Connecticut. So let's go to Storm Tracker, and we'll tell you when this strong line of storms will arrive in your town. And Canton should be seeing this thunderstorm right now. Plainville about 11:23, Avon 11:24, and Farmington at the same time. 11:26 for New Britain and Simsbury. 11:28 for West Hartford. Should be in downtown Hartford by about 11:31. That's a line of strong thunderstorms, a line of thunderstorms for which the National Weather Service earlier issued a warning for Litchfield County. They've moved out of Litchfield County now. Let's go to the maps, and I'll show you the big picture of what we're dealing with. We're dealing with is a line of storms sweeping in from New York State. They've arrived in southern New England now and are weakening as they move across Connecticut. We have been in a severe thunderstorm watch this evening. Now, the National Weather Service Severe Storms Forecast Center down in Oklahoma City issued a watch for the entire area. It was not covered in the statements by the National Weather Service from Boston, but we went ahead and included the entire state in that watch until 1 o'clock. We've had lightning. Woodbury, Connecticut has had about 1,200 outages from lightning as this line of strong storms move through. So we've got strong storms in the area. They're beginning to weaken, though. Here's the forecast. For tonight, here's what we're looking for. Areas of rain and some thunderstorms around. The thunderstorm watch expires at 1. Temperatures in the 50s. And then for tomorrow, becoming partly sunny. Temperatures in the 70s tomorrow. Should be a nice day, specifically 77 degrees in interior Connecticut. Wednesday, some showers around, mid-60s. Friday, we get back into the 70s. Another chance for showers on Saturday. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for New Haven County and for Litchfield County right now, but it looks like the strongest storms are about to move into the greater Hartford area.
Okay, just as we're leaving the building. All right, thank you.
Batten down the hatches. Time now for NightBEAT Sports.
Joe Tessitore is on deck with a look at what's coming up. Joe?
Yeah, getting hungry because we're talking fruit next. Strawberries are in season here in Connecticut. Say what you say? The Yankees' big swinger was swinging away in Norwich. Darryl Strawberry visits the Nutmeg State. It's up next. And the U-Heart Hawk flying high in his Major League career. Milestone of memory for Jeff Bagwell. NightBEAT Sports is next.
On May 17th, Mothers Against Drunk Driving will hold its 4th annual walkathon. Hi, I'm Greg Coy, asking you to join me for the 5-mile walk around West Hartford. It's to raise money for MAD to help in its fight to stop drunk driving. Registration begins at 8 in the morning at the Brookview Health Care Facility in West Hartford. So come on down. Join me on May 17th to take a step to stop drunk driving. For more information, call 528-2636.
Baseball's Norwich Navigators. They might be among the best in the present Eastern League, but they are starting to take on the look of one of the National League's all-time best. It's been a 1986 Mets reunion around here in Connecticut. Yesterday, Doc Gooden pitched for the Yankees farm team today. Darryl Strawberry, he's also doing his rehab work with Norwich. Darryl went 0 for 2 tonight in Norwich. He hit into a double play, and here he strikes out. Straw played 5 innings. Portland beat Norwich tonight 5-2. Straw expected to be with the Navigators at least through the Portland series, and Doc Gooden will start again for the Navigators on Friday night. Now, their old team had an interesting go of it today. Mets pitcher Armando Reynoso takes a no-hitter into the 7th against Colorado, and in the 7th, 2 outs. Still the no-no for Reynoso, but Jeff Reed would have the goods. Let's check that one out. Reed in the 7th. Why not? See ya. What a way to break up the no-hitter. 2-1 Mets. And then in the 8th, Andres Galarraga singles in 2 runs. Rockies take a 3-2 lead. Goes to the bottom of the 9th. Time to play a hero. And John Olerud says, sounds good to me. 2-run game-winning homer. Your final on the board. Mets take it 4-3. To Philadelphia we go. It was a big night for the University of Hartford's Jeff Bagwell. This 6th-inning home run, his 1,000th Major League career hit, added another homer as the Astros blow out the Phils. NHL playoffs. Avalanche and Red Wings split the opening 2 games of the series in Denver. Tonight, Motown the scene. Respect the theme. First period, just a $1:12 into the game. Kozlov gets plenty of respect. Check it out. 1-zip Red Wings with it tied 1-1 in the 3rd. Kozlov again. His 7th goal of the playoffs. Detroit takes it 2-1, and they now have the momentum in this series. Rockets and Jazz, Game 1, NBA playoffs. You talk about a big shot. John Stockton. Utah had a 49-40 lead at the half, and the Rockets have it stolen. Check this out. Jeff Hornacek. Well, you wouldn't see it, but hey, you know, it was great anyways. 101-86. Utah gets on top of Houston. Sports Museum was a fabulous, fabulous night tonight, by the way. Out there at Foxwoods.
Special congratulations to Arnold Dean over there at TIC.
Absolutely.
Right.
Super talent all these years.
We'll be right back. Stay with us, please.
All right, here we are, leaping into the newsreel out in California with the Calaveras County Frog Jumping Contest. This year's champion crowned yesterday. His name is Budweiser.
Where that came from, the frog's owner says he found the amphibian in a pond last week and reminded him of the croaking frogs on those beer ads on TV. Hence the name Budweiser.
Bud. Good night.
Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Peeling paint. Do you have to pay the bill? Tonight at 11 on Channel 3.